brother's got a nice costume. You understand? Brother's got a nice costume plus a nice wife.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck's wrong with people, boy?
You can't have them.
No, I had a whole. Now I'm glad I didn't get them. I was gonna hook a whole stack of suicide pictures because I thought they were Caleb, but this.
No, this is the regular suicide. Yeah, it's not beefy suicide.
No, exactly.
Yeah, not beefy suicide.
Okay. Boy, no, Vince calls and I come running.
Okay.
Well, I love the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Okay, I wore mine. I think my grandbaby's got them.
Probably.
Oh, I start leaving my stuff here. Okay.
One of us has to look crazy.
Yeah.
Wearing sunglasses while it's raining.
I got a good comedy zone thing to tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I'll shut up first.
All right, we'll start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mr. Daddy or Q Russell. You hear the claps. You know what time it is, George. How was your weekend?
That moment when we actually close our eyes for a split second, I sink. I don't know if you do, but it's peaceful.
It's very zen-like. It's very much like Steve Jobs doing yoga in the middle of a meeting.
Yes.
You know, very much like that.
We just stood on our head and did the split for like a second, boy. And it's almost in that fine line of debating whether we actually want to just wake up or not. I mean, we may just sleep. But anyway, folks. Okay, I done did that part.
Yeah.
How are you, folks? So much to talk about, Bullet. Just so much. It is rainy and messy here at Dad. You don't work your studios, but the sun is shining inside the studio.
Yep.
Okay, Bullet. And just heard faithfully before I came in. It made me bond with you just a little bit, Bullet. And we're on early here taping, but people will see it. Well, basically whenever they want.
Well, that'll be early too, because I got to get this out because I got to take off at 9 a.m. So I'm gonna get this up tonight. I'm gonna do myself a comedy zone, come back, take care of this, get some sleep.
Big comedy zone tonight. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
And with that being said, before we get into our updates, Bullet, I heard them plug this comedian that's coming to the comedy zone, Mexican guy. But the clip they used for his punchline to get me to go buy a ticket, Bullet, it was no good. I mean, seriously, you know what his joke was on the radio to get me to run down the comedy zone? He said that God must have a sense of humor because if you don't believe he does, just go hang out at Walmart. Now, Bullet, that may have been good like 5 years ago, right? But that's not even like, I don't know. Maybe this guy's good. I don't know. Maybe this guy's good. He's going to be at the comedy zone. That's all I know.
It's either Carlos Mencia or...
That's him.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
That's exactly right.
Makes sense.
Bullet. Now, I don't know him. He could be top. He could be top of the line. Or he could just be working up the ladder. I just know that joke, some of them I get. That joke is kind of very...
I'll give you the whole rundown.
Okay.
I'll give you the whole
please do real quick.
I'll also know George Lopez is coming, so if Mencia is in your cup of tea, Lopez will get you.
Okay.
Just to let you know. If you're looking for a Latin comedy.
I'm looking for Latin.
And also, because, different flavors.
I'm looking for it. So. But was that older? I mean, that is an old joke. That's what I'm getting at. Not necessarily his delivery. It was just...
it could be somebody else's joke, because that was what the rap was on Mencia, that he stole everybody's act and stuff like he was that guy. He was the guy that had that reputation.
Okay.
He's the guy that Joe Rogan went after so hard.
Oh, well, see, then that all makes sense because that's why I even brought this up at the beginning of our show, is I have heard that.
Yeah.
But that joke before, I've heard that. Bullet. So anyway, has nothing to do with the TV show, but anyway, I just had to get that for my own personal well-being.
And actually, when you said that, it sounds very similar to somebody else's bit that I know that does the comedy zone a lot. So, I'd be very interested to see what that was from.
Oh, yeah. So in other words, so I said all that.
But at the same time, too, you can only talk about so many angles of Walmart.
Yes.
When you see something that's so two-dimensional, there's not a lot of angles that you could come at it. So.
Well, see, and the reason I shared that was for you, is just to be careful as you start branching out, that nobody can steal your jokes. But anyway, I had to put that in there where I'm taking care of you in some way. But anyway, Bullet, real quick.
Nobody has 5 minutes on being a job guy. Nobody has 5 minutes being on a job guy.
Got that right.
I'm pretty safe on that.
Oh, good. Okay. We ain't got nothing to worry about for a while. Bullet, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for coming to the racetrack this past weekend. Of course, there in Charlotte Speedway. Good food, good matches, and of course, You'll be out of town, I think, this following Saturday, right?
Yep.
Correct?
Absolutely.
But of course, we'll be right back out there again for the big Memorial Weekend World 600.
Invite still stands, Arn Anderson. Even though I'm not there.
We waited.
We waited. We were there. We had breakfast. We had lunch. I waited the whole time. I even hung out a little bit extra after the ring had already been tearing down.
Yes.
Just in the hopes that Double A was going to walk in.
I thought Limousine was going to pull up, Bullet. I thought all 4 horsemen was going to get out.
We are there and available next weekend.
Well,
so.
Not only we didn't even get no 4 horsemen, we didn't even get like a pony. I mean, we didn't even get like somebody that even resembled one of the 4 horsemen.
We didn't get 4 fillies to sit down and watch the show.
But we'll give it another shot this coming weekend. But what a great week I have had, Bullet. Just an amazing time. I want to give a quick plug out, if I could, Bullet, for yesterday on Monday. Went back to the school of our good principal friend, Mr. Jim Hefner, who we have battled before down in Pageland, but he is at this great elementary school in Vail, North Carolina, Bullet. It was their end of the grade EOG test. Bullet, I took a ring this time. Bullet, my type of wrestling fan, 600 second graders and third graders.
There you go.
Bullet, oh my gosh. And folks, before you laugh yet, this is not a joke. Bullet, honestly, they love wrestling the way I wish fans did now. Seriously, Bullet. I mean, all they knew is there was a good guy and a bad guy. And Bullet, I got to show you this real quick, folks. Please do not adjust your set. This T-shirt is my official EOG bad. This is my official.
People love it when you do that.
This is my official EOG bad guy T-shirt. Bullet, look. See what does that say? I forgot what that said. That said,
tests are good.
Yeah, tests are good. Of course, I come out first as a bad guy, and then this, Bullet. That's my favorite.
No Christmas either.
No Christmas either, okay?
So the whole no Christians or no Christmas.
Yes,
either.
So the whole concept, Bullet. Let me lay this out for the fans because I know it's hard for them to digest. Hard for them to digest. Yeah. Yes. Of course, I come out first into the children. EOGs.
You are the physical embodiment.
I'm the embodiment
of
not embodiment. That's what they do when you die.
Yeah.
I'm what you said. I'm embodiment of EOGs.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like what every child fears, especially when you're second or third grade. Okay.
Yes.
But listen to me, Bullet. We're keeping it simple. But I'm setting it up for Hogan, as you know, to come out.
Exactly.
Bullet, nobody. And here's the thing, Bullet. Nobody. Those poor kids had no idea. They didn't even know that we were even setting a ring up. So when they walked into this gymnasium, matter of fact, one kid asked, I told him we were setting a stage up for Journey, and he believed it. He said, man, Journey's playing? I said, yeah. So anyway, 600 kids in here. I'm in the ring. Bullet, listen, this was probably the most heat I have had in my 40-year career as a heel. I'm just telling you right now, Bullet. Even more heat.
You've pissed a lot of people off in your wrestling career. You've done a very good job of angering people.
I'm going to tell you right now, this was unbelievable, Bullet. It was amazing. When I told those second and third graders, not a dry eye in the house, that when I won this match, they were going to have to come to school all summer and take EOGs till they got them right. Bullet, oh my gosh. Honestly, I thought I heard a siren. Somebody done called the police. They were going to haul me out of there. This is probably the most effortless heat that I'd ever got, okay? So the stage is set.
Like a scene out of Children of the Corn.
Oh, boy. The children are fixing to come out of the corn. Yeah, the corn from Children of the Corn is fixing to start popping. That's how hot this heat was. Boy, that's pretty good one.
That's a good one.
But anyway, I'm setting the stage. I know our viewers are just waiting. They're just waiting to eat popcorn, waiting on me to set the stage for this, Bullet. So I'm in the ring. 600 kids are going crazy. They're crying. Teachers are already writing notes to the school board, trying to get, EOG out of here, okay? Then, all of a sudden, Elvis's music, okay? If you get a picture of Hulk Hogan coming out to Elvis, I'm talking the big Elvis, whatever it is. Anyway, but listen, I've been around a lot of things. I'm going to tell you that. And I've heard a lot of reactions. And you have witnessed with me a Jim Hefner reaction down in Pageland when Hogan come out. But boy, and listen, I was even at Smoky Mountain Championship Wrestling, if you can remember, great wrestling fans, when they actually brought Undertaker in towards the end there, and that was probably one of the loudest pops that I'd heard too, personally. But on a much smaller scale, I was just so proud to be part of this. When Jim Hefner come out, the principal, Bullet, with the headband, the bandanas, the championship belt, the sunglasses, Bullet, let me tell you something. That place, it was very deafening. I mean, I'm not making this up, people. It was a very special moment. And as he went around, Bullet, it was so cool to be a part of that. Then, of course, okay, ask Johnny B. Bad, Mark Marrow, if you don't believe me. Once the confetti goes off and the smoke stops and the music stops, you still got to be able to do something. Okay? Notice that nice little resemblance to Mark Marrow there. Okay. Because he always told me that, as Johnny B. Bad, when the confetti shot out, he really didn't know what else to do after that. But that ain't a bad thing. He's just saying he wished he would have learned more. But anyway, that's for another episode. But anyway, bell rings. Guess what? The first spot that's old as history itself, and it works, is I did my exercises. But I don't want to give it away, folks, because this may end up on a DVD when I have to go to court and plead my case. But anyway, so boy, I did this. Guess what I did? I took off, hit the ropes, and Jim Hefner, principal, was in the middle of the ring, and guess what? He gave me a tackle. Bullet. Oh my goodness, Bullet! I got goosebumps. I want to take a tackle right now. I got so many goosebumps. But Bullet, and then here's the thing I'm getting at, and I know we got to move on. Then I got some heat up on Jim Hefner, and this is the thing, Bullet, that I try to teach these people, and a lot of people wrestlers don't understand it. He knew that it was my time. Does this make sense? He knew that, okay, EOG may win this thing. And I'm telling you, he saw, I thought it was Ricky Morton. A couple times down there, I just said, where's Robert? A couple times, Bullet. But finally, Bullet, when it was right, and Bullet, I'm going to tell you, they're putting a new roof on this gym at Northbrook Elementary right now. I'm just telling you, because we blowed it off, Bullet, okay? And he hit me with the stunner, okay? When he hit me with that stunner, Bullet, before I took the bump for the stunner, I actually started clapping. It was so well, it was perfect, Bullet. So he beat me, 1, 2, 3. Bullet, I'm going to tell you, it was just an exciting time to be a part of that. And I said all that to say, thank you, Northbrook Elementary, for having me, Jim Hefner. Now, we did a little warm-up match with a couple of our guys, too, that kind of is actually the bully versus the All-American. So okay. Right along that, but the greatest line, Bullet, but here's what I'm trying to tell you, Bullet. You would have been a good part as the EOG guy, but you know as well as I do, most other wrestlers that I know, Bullet, would have been very upset. They would have been the one beating the crap out of Jim Hefner. Honestly. You know, that they would have been kind of mad that Jim didn't go down on a tackle, I think, personally. So, I knew my role. Thank you, Rock, for that. I knew my role, Bullet, okay? And it was very special, Bullet. And the most amazing thing about it all, and this is why I shared this, and I'm going to shut up, Bullet, is when we're taking the ring down, the kids are going to get on the bus. One of the shyest, littlest second graders that don't really have a lot of friends yet, because he ain't old enough to have friends. That's my excuse. But anyway, so he goes up to Jim Hefner, the principal, and hugs his neck and said, "This was the greatest day ever." Bullet. Folks, excuse me if I seem a little teary-eyed. Okay? I was just very, very special. Okay, Bullet? So, anyway, that's what I did yesterday, Bullet, with just an old ring, okay, a few guys, and a principal, Bullet. I said every bit of this to say one thing. I wish us adults sometimes as wrestling fans would remember what it was like when we were 2 and 3rd or 4th graders, Bullet, and liking wrestling. Does that make sense? When all they knew was to boo me and to cheer. They wasn't giving me a star. They didn't give me a rating, Bullet, okay? They wasn't texting, you know, the newspaper down the road or nothing. Okay, Bullet, or Etch-a-Sketch, maybe would be a better line for them. But anyway, so I just said all that to say, I was reminded of how fun pro wrestling can be, Bullet, and I knew my place. That's what I want this episode to be on, is I knew my place was to take that stunner and to make everybody happy, okay? So anyway, just thank y'all for having us. Boy, it was a great time. Of course, Friday night I went down Friday, Asheboro. Even Sunday went up to Burlington, 4 cage matches. Wow, people got me and Rob McBride opened the show. Bullet, believe it or not, they were going to have me beat Rob McBride. I said, you're like the mayor of Burlington. If I beat you, I'll get 4 speeding tickets before I go home. So I switched the finish a little bit. But anyway, just a great week's what I'm saying. Okay, so anything real quick? I didn't mean to get so long-winded, but
sorry, I gotta clear the dust off the top of my mustache because I haven't said a word in the last 10 minutes. I'm collecting dust right now, just being an easel for your book. That's all I've been doing, is just hanging back. Let you have your minute, have your time.
Thank you. Boy, it was just a very special. I know people will think, man, he's nuts. Everybody acts that way, but it was really almost going back in time when those little third graders just went crazy, and it was just neat to hear that. So,
simplistic.
Very good. So, anything real quick, Bullet? Oh, we got an idiot of the week, Bullet. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, I just told you all the good stuff. Let me tell you this real quick, Bullet, and I saw this for myself happen, and it really shocked me.
Well, I saw something happen before me, but we'll talk about that off camera. We have to have a little sit-down powwow discussion.
So,
and I have to bring up exhibits, and,
and
I have to recite court records and stuff like that. But that's going to turn real dark.
Oh, God.
That's when Dad, you don't work
Don't tell me you found a glove. You found a glove in the bushes. Oh, my God.
It's going to turn very much like an episode of Sopranos. We'll save that for another time.
I may just keep talking.
Bro. You've been doing a good job of it.
David's been down in Florida taking it easy, and then I come home to Texas, and Fritz is waiting on me. This episode
I gotta tell you what Ken Mantel's been doing.
Bullet, let's just keep talking until next episode. But anyway, real quick, Bullet, my good friend Jason, who we all work for, some up in Lenore. He's ran the Lenore National Guard Army for some year and a half, and there was no wrestling at all in this place till he came in there, and it's a real nice facility, but he does real good. He cleans up, gives them a deposit and everything, and has been drawing. Use a lot of our students. This is my fight in this battle, is he uses a lot of our guys that are trained here, and he runs it once a month, gives us all place to work. Well, this past weekend, he had already had a show booked, had the advertisement out and everything. Well, he gets a call 2 days before from the new National Guard Armory Sergeant. Oh my gosh, and he will be the one that I throw into this bag.
Please.
Who has basically raised his rent. Not only raised his rent, but he basically had to come up with 3 money orders. That before that show. And I'm standing there as he's talking to this new sergeant, and it just doesn't, none of it makes sense. He's basically tripled the rent. And I even told the sergeant, I said, I understand buildings going up, but usually they let you finish out your agreement and then say, okay, if you're going to run it again in the future, I just want to let you know that our rent's up. Not when you pull in basically with the ring and the guys.
You can't repeal Obamacare until it's run its term.
That's exactly right.
You can't pull out midstream. You can only repeal, start again the next time. That's just how it works.
That's exactly right. So, poor Jason, you can't
just be like, well, we repealed it, guess what, it's July.
That's exactly right.
You owe this, or actually anything that happened then isn't covered.
And see, Bullet, I couldn't believe it was unfolding the way it was unfolding. It already had some tickets sold. They were actually had already begun setting the ring up. Well, anyway, he had to basically get 3 money orders. One for the deposit, which we knew about, but the new rent, and also for this particular sergeant having to be there. So basically tripled in everything. And the end result of this is I throw this sergeant into this idiot bag. I've never seen that. Now, I've seen armies go up, Bullet. Never the night of the show. Never. So the end result of all this, people, is Jason will no longer run that National Guard Armory. He'll just go find a cheaper building. The quote from the sergeant blew my mind when he said, when I was here trying to plead the case of, you're basically an idiot. He said that there's a new sheriff in town. Blow it. Are you kidding me? What has that got to do with anything? Okay? But anyway, so basically, folks, that building will probably go back to just sitting there with nothing going on, no life or nothing, and maybe that's what they want. But I You think you'd seen everything in pro wrestling, but I've never seen rent go up the night of the event. So this week's
idiot. You made a deal.
Oh.
Shocker. A government official goes back on his word.
That's exactly. Now, if we'd have done anything like that, Bullet, that man would still be hearing about it. But anyway, it's done. They're just going to find another facility. Jason will not stop running. They'll continue to run. But anyway, this episode's Idiot of the Week, and well-deserving, is the whole system. You can't raise the rent the night of the deal. Yeah, exactly.
You made a deal.
But they did, because there's a new sheriff in town. So so the new sheriff will be the Idiot of the Week. So, but
sorry, Gary Cooper.
So, Bullet, anything real quick? I know you got to get out of here. A big night tonight.
I got
And then you're leaving for another big loop, right?
Yep, I got Rockstar on Wednesday. I will be in Chicago doing comedy there. And then I'm going to try and do a little bit of comedy around the Quad Cities area Friday night. And then I'll be Wrestling Revolver on Saturday. Drop my sister back off in Chicago on Sunday. Probably do some more comedy that way, and then make my way back. I will be back Monday night. So, and then, of course, we take off again next week. Got Miracle on the Mountain coming up.
Yes.
I'll have All Organic the next week, so I'll come back to a whole bunch of busyness.
And we're going to be together. Miracle on the Mountain. We'll both be there once again.
Yes, we will.
So very excited, very excited about that. So anyway, throw the good idiot in the bag in the week, folks. What we do not go back on here is once a deal is made with the second greatest book in the world, we stick with that deal, right?
Yeah.
I thought I wasn't supposed to say the name of the book.
You finished the whole thing.
Oh gosh,
you drove the full.
Bullet.
You only needed to do 3.5 hours of the 7-hour drive. You did 750. Drove past Charlotte and ended up in Spartanburg, Bobby Houston. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know the exit to get off in Charlotte. You should have told me.
I remember that. But what I'm feeling right now, and I got to get out of there, I'm feeling very Cherish right now, right when she left Sunday. And I promised you by our memorabilia here on the wall of all famous acts that got cocky and left each other, I will never do that. I know this is what this episode feels like, Bullet, because I kept running my mouth. But I promise you, Cher will never leave his Sonny. I'm going to tell you right now. Burt Reynolds' life story just said he should never left Sally Field. Sally Fields will never leave Burt. I just want you to feel confident with that as you go out this week. Okay?
I appreciate that, and we'll be driving this Thunderbird, known as the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com. And once you click add to cart and purchase and buy, we will not raise the price on you as well. That's our promise here at highspots.com. If you want to know more about what I'm doing this weekend and how busy and how crazy that's going to be, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Bullet, I knew you'd fix it. Thank you. Okay? Bullet, really, thank you. I needed an adapter to do my show, and you found an adapter. Bullet, I appreciate it.
I'm one of those circular prong for European outlets.
You found my drop cord. Okay? Bullet, you were just my drop cord. Okay?